Alright, let's get into it. What do you get when you mix resilience, talent, and a dash of royal charisma? You get Azzi Fudd, the people's princess of basketball. And honey, the crown fits.
Hey everyone, it's Emma, and I'm feeling totally pumped to spill the tea on this epic journey. Strap in, because this story is a glow-up and a comeback all in one.
So, let's talk. Azzi Fudd is that rare athlete who makes you believe again. She toured through St. John's College High School in D.C., became a star at UConn, and now she's turning pro with the Gallus Wings, #1 pick in the 2026 draft. Along the way, she took on brutal knee injuries, rehab like a machine, and still delivered rings and receipts. It's the blueprint for resilience.
Before we deep dive hoops, quick story time, because today Azzi's bounce back has me in my feels. A while back, I was running this massive city event, think thousands of people, vendors, lights, the works, and then, 6 hours before doors, the venue bails. Big yikes.
It's like my worst nightmare. Sponsors breathing down my neck, city permits in limbo, artist threat, it's not sign, it's not me. I'm on the phone with a union rep explaining why we need extra crew, calling a backup hall across town, dragging a sound engineer out of brunch, and my group chat thinks I'm ghosting them. Honey, I was not ghosting, I was triaging a hot mess. We reroute trucks, redesign the floor plan on a pizza box, and I literally MC the show and sneakers because my heels are somewhere in a U-Haul. When doors open, the crowd never knows. Afterwards, the headliner tells me it felt seamless, and I'm like, not me, but me, pulling a full Azzi and turning chaos into a clutch performance. The lesson is perseverance is the ultimate flex, and creativity under pressure is a superpower. Azzi lives that every season. Okay, let's move on. Who is Azzi? ELI 5 version. She's, the sharpshooting phenom nicknamed the People's Princess for how she connects with fans. In 6th grade, she got her first scholarship offer from Maryland. Not normal, that's cosmic. By 2021, ESPN had her as the top recruit, and yes, she picks UConn, the Hogwarts of women's hoops. Her career is a phoenix arc. In 2019, she tore her ACL and MCL. Ashes, rehab, patience, the lonely grind. Then she rises with big games and bigger moments. In 2023, another ACL setback, more ashes, but the queen keeps rising. By 2025, she's back. UConn wins the national title, and she's the Final Four most outstanding player. That's not just a comeback, that's a cultural reset.
Let's jump to the next thing. The origin story is actually adorable and iconic. She's named after Jennifer Azzi. Quick refresher, Jennifer Azzi is a legend, an Olympic gold medalist from the 90s. Azzi Fudd wears Azzi's number 8 for USA youth tournaments, and she's won 3 golds at U16, U17, and U19. Early proof she's built for high pressure. The family roots run deep. Mom, Katie, played at NC State and Georgetown and was drafted by the Sacramento Monarchs in 2001. Dad, Tim, played at American University. So this is a hoop house, dinner table film session vibes.
And speaking of chosen family, Paige Bucher's quick label, a UConn superstar guard and Azzi's ride or die since they battled for spots on the USA U16 as teens, their chemistry is low-key telepathic. Watching them share the court is like best friends finishing each other's sentences, but in threes and backdoor cuts. When your teammate is your bestie, the joy is contagious and the stakes feel survivable. That matters when the rehab room gets loud in your head. Okay, pause. Azzi's early rise has receipts that make you blink. In high school at St. John's in D.C., she won Gatorade National Player of the Year as a sophomore. People cite it as the first time a sophomore ever won it. Some folks debate that framing, but either way, the point stands. She was elite early. Just before her sophomore year, she became one of the first girls invited to Stephen Curry's SC30 Select Camp, Steph Curry as an NBA megastar, and she won the camp three-point contest. Later, she reportedly won it again while only allowed to walk between spots during rehab. If that's not shooting goddess energy, I don't know what is. At UConn, the highlight reel is wild. In 2022, she dropped 32 on third-ranked Texas, tying a Diana Taurasi benchmark for most points versus a top-5 opponent. She also set a record for most points in UConn's first 2 games of the season, breaking Taurasi's mark. Then in 2025, she hit 8 made threes in a single game, joining an elite UConn club, and the big one, Final Four MOP as the Huskies win it all. Yes, queen. But we have to adjust the drama, injuries and athlete management. In 2019, that ACL and MCL tear. In 2023, another ACL. There's debate about rehab timelines and surgery decisions. Could it have gone differently? Athletes deserve gold standard medical care and holistic support, period. Even amid the noise, Azzi's resilience speaks louder than any second guessing. You can see the impact. UConn had unusual dips without her, including their first back-to-back losses in decades. That shows her value isn't just buckets, it's gravity, leadership, calm, and a fire. Now for something different, let's talk business. Azzi isn't just a hooper. She's a modern athlete entrepreneur and was early in the NIL game, Chipotle in 2021, an equity stake with BioSteel later that year, and a mentorship in partnership with Steph Curry's SC30 Inc. That's access to a masterclass in both shooting and branding. Then partnerships with Bose, Nerf, Buick, Geico, Celsius, Planet Fitness, Cash App, Paula's Choice, CoverGirl, and Kava. It's like the Mount Rushmore of your apartment right now. Headphones, snacks, makeup, gym, money up. She's not just endorsing, she's curating a lifestyle. And in 2025, she co-launches a podcast called Fudd Around and Find Out with Ashanti Plummer. Quick intro, Ashanti is her co-host and collaborator. The show's presented by iHeartRadio Women's Sports and co-produced by Unanimous Media, Stephen Curry's media company. That's a smart long game play. Media sharpens your voice, grows your audience, and future-proofs your career. Also, the title nods to a t-shirt her mom wore during March Madness, iconic family lore becoming content. I love that for them. Oh, and speaking of future-proofing, there's the unrivaled 3x3 League. In 2025, she was announced among college signees for NIL deals with that league, created to spotlight women's talent in a fresh format. Translation: multiple lanes to stardom, not just one court, one league, one style. It's diversification, baby. Now the bag. The WNBA reached a new CBA in 2026, and Azzi became the first overall pick by the Dallas Wings, signing what's described as the most lucrative rookie contract ever, $500,000. For context, the Wings are a Texas-based franchise in the WNBA, and that contract screams change. We are moving into an era where the economics finally begin to match the culture. Pay the stars what they're worth, period. Here's the tea, straight up. What makes Azzi the people's princess isn't just that she scores, it's that she lets people in. She's humble, relatable, and she's built her brand with integrity. She overcame knee after knee, record after record, and still finds time to turn the mic on and talk to you like a friend. That's a look. That's why the nickname sticks. If I were Azzi for a day, the pressure would be high-key. You're named after a legend, raised by hoop parents, bonded with a best friend who's also a star. Everyone expects miracles. But imagine the joy of sharing the wins with Paige, with your family, with fans who followed your whole arc from St. John's to UConn to Dallas. That's Kismet moment energy. That's legacy. Let's dissect this for a sec. The unanswered question is not, will Azzi be great? She already is. The question is how the system supports the next Azzi. Smarter injury protocols, more athlete voice and rehab, better mental health support, and real money from day one. We're seeing movement, the CBA, the NIL ecosystem, the rise of women's sports media. Keep the pressure on, cancel complacency. Okay, we covered a lot. From 6th grade scholarship offers to Final Four MOP to the #1 pick in the biggest rookie deal, from Curry Camp trophies to a podcast with personality for days. If you needed a sign to keep going when life benches you, this is it. Get in the gym, the studio, or the boardroom. Rise again. Tease time! Next episode, we're diving into the wild world of sports endorsements and NIL. Who's cashing in, who's cashing out, and how athletes like Azzi are changing the rules of the fame game. Bring your calculators and your opinions.
All right, folks, that's the tea on Azzi Fudd. Keep chasing your dreams, and remember, resilience is the ultimate flex. Later.